What's good? Jack Posobiec got hemmed up in Davos. He was out there outside the WEF today. The WEF got kicked off, and he was out there with a bunch of other journalists, all doing their thing. They were outside the building where they were at, and he got hemmed up. He got surrounded by Swiss police. Conservative journalist Jack Posobiec was briefly surrounded by Swiss police Monday at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Various videos were posted to social media that showed Swiss police encircling Posobiec as he ate with several other individuals at the Migros restaurant, as seen in videos shared by Posobiec and Benny Johnson. And that's exactly what happened. They surrounded him, and I think what helped out was video. So it sounds like over there they have laws where you have to have consent, mutual consent to be recorded. So eventually they had to stop the video, but they got enough in and streamed it and uploaded it.
Why am I not allowed to record?
Please don't.
Isn't this a public street?
It is. But actually I don't like it to be on a video.
I can take it off.
You have your documents on the phone. Take it off, please. Yeah. Do you want to take a picture of it? Yes. We're
Keeping everybody safe.
Drop it.
Am I not allowed to film? Why not?
Not during the police conference.
Why is that?
It's not allowed here.
On the public street?
Yes.
Is that a law in Switzerland?
Here is not allowed.
That it was becoming more and more of a thing, like a big to-do. A couple things to note here. Posobiec was not handcuffed. He was not arrested. He was not taken anywhere physically in any of the footage that we saw. But then we saw him release footage of him walking around with his wife, and his wife was, understandably a little shaken up by it. I mean, you're going out there to the WEF, you're putting a lot on the line, and I respect that. But it wasn't just Jack. So I'm watching the video, and I'm like, I hear the voice, and I'm like, is that Sav?
Excuse me, can I ask you why you're detaining this journalist?
Can you put the phone away, please?
Can I ask you why you're detaining this journalist?
I don't answer your question.
Is it we're not
put your
able
phone
to
away.
report here?
Please put the phone away.
Okay. Can I ask you guys
Yeah,
why
you
you're
can.
being
Can you?
detained?
Yeah, can you please stop filming? Then we
How-
can talk.
why do I need to stop filming?
Because I ask you to. It's my personal right because I don't like to be filmed, and
Okay.
it's a right in Switzerland. If I don't want to
But
be
can
filmed,
I ask why he's being detained then? I won't point the camera at you then. I won't film you, but I would like to know why this journalist is being detained on public property.
what's detained? Can you explain
How
the
come
word?
he's being surrounded right now? Is he
Uh-huh.
allowed to leave the area?
We're just making a normal police control because it's WEF. Everything is
Is there a
very
reason
sensitive.
he specifically was targeted?
There is a reason because we have to have a reason to
So
control a
What was the
person.
reason? What was he doing?
I don't have to tell you that. Why are you asking me that?
Because this is, he's, there's many journalists here, and I want to
Yeah,
know why
I know.
he specifically is being detained.
There is a reason, but everything is clear now, and we're about to leave in just a few seconds.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah. Could you please now? Can I ask you please to delete your?
Sav is everywhere, man. And Sav is everywhere right now. She's in California. She's on with Alex Jones. I mean, that's where she used to work, but she's on with Alex Jones. She's on with Adam Krigler. She's doing her own live, and then she's in Davos. I'm like, damn. How could I be that efficient with my time? It was Sav's. I know her voice. I was like, that's got to be her. And she's videoing them kind of surrounding Jack. Crazy stuff. This is just the beginning, y'all. This is going to be a circus, this whole WEF thing. And it shouldn't be a surprise. They had the official WEF Twitter account has Jack Posobiec listed as misinformation. And this is from going back a year ago. I was like, as soon as that happened, that's the first thing that went to my mind. Like, remember that tweet? Because I remember kind of talking about, I was like, ooh, I am a little uncomfortable. Not that they can't do it, but Imagine if the WEF was like, you are misinformation. I'd be like, whoa, that's like, that's Schwab and them. That's like the dudes up there. They brought in Zelensky. Like, this is the high of the high. I don't want to be on their list. If I don't want to be on your list, y'all. That's for real. So there's some times when you speak truth to power, like Jack Posobiec and anyone else, that there's some scary moments. So they were expecting him, in my opinion, because he's there to tweet stuff like Ukraine has the largest delegation here at Davos than anyone other than the US. It's even larger than China's.
Mr. President, now on the first official day of the World Economic Forum Annual Meeting 2022, we convene in Davos at the most consequential geopolitical and geo-economic moment in the past decades. Mr. President, we have all seen the leadership, your courageous leadership. We are eager to hear from you on what lies ahead for your country and its people, your vision for peace in Europe and the international global order, and how we can assist you, because everybody of us is affected by what's happening in your country. Mr. President, the floor is yours.
China's the one that, in my opinion, in the background, they rule this whole thing. So when you look at this global medical tyranny that we're going to be under, this global medical tech tyranny that we're going to be under, China's behind a lot of it, in my opinion. Ukraine had more delegates there than US and China. That's why they don't want Jack. Jack he tends to tweet stuff like that that's, factual. You can't retort. He'll break news and leaking information from the Biden White House where it's kind of uncomfortable. Where's this dude getting all this from? He's kind of important. And they gave Zelensky a standing ovation. I wonder what they would have done to any leader that didn't stand and clap to that dude. They got cameras and anything in there. You probably be a wrap for your re-election. I'll end with this. I just imagine Ukraine coming into the delegation, because they rolling deep. They got our money, right? They rolling through with U.S. taxpayer money. They rolling through like we in the building. We are here, and they are. Let me know what you think. Take care.
Well, Steve, at Davos, actually just before Klaus Schwab gave those announcements, there was another speech that was given by the president of the World Economic Forum, kind of one of Schwab's deputies. And what he said was he called for a new Marshall Plan for Ukraine. And he said, we're going to do this new Marshall Plan regardless of if there is a peace settlement with Russia. So, Steve, they're actually going to try to pursue rebuilding and reconstruction of parts of Ukraine while they continue to expand military operations in the east to fight against Russia in the Donbass. So you're looking at a situation here, and you and I have talked about this before, there's two camps, the escalators and the de-escalators. Now, the Secretary General of NATO itself will be speaking here tomorrow. This camp is entirely the escalators. They want this war, and they are willing to fight to the last Ukrainian to get it. Meanwhile, the countries represented here, they're not sending people over. They're not sending their own soldiers. Who are they sending? Malcolm Nance. And by the way, Steve, all of this, the Ukraine house, the Russia war crimes house that's been put up where Russia usually has a house, it's all being underwritten by who? Viktor Pinchuk, one of the richest oligarchs in all of Ukraine, and someone who was at one point one of the highest level donors to the Clinton Foundation while Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State of the United States.